Hi, how's it going? Charles Botensten. Welcome to my first product that I've ever made at any time. I made YouTube videos in the beginning really for just producing content and sending it out there because I'm reading all these books. I'm going to all these seminars that are thousands of dollars. I'm flying there. It could be in Fiji or LA or Miami or somewhere overseas, and it's like, why am I just retaining it? Why don't I just share it? So that's essentially why I started the YouTube channel, probably 2014 now. And that obviously it's grown over time. However, I've also grown over time. So it's like the videos that I made then are completely different than I made today and I'm gonna make in the future. You know, I'm just continuously getting better. It's known as, Tony Robbins calls it kanai, which is constant and never-ending improvement. The Japanese have a word called kaizen actually, which means that you're just always improving incrementally every single day. Just your product, your service, what you do, who you are, your relationships, everything, you're just improving just a little bit every single day. So why did I make this product? So I'll get into that along with just a little bit about me so you understand who I am, where I came from. So number one is I made the product because I started self-development in 2000, actually probably earlier. I started at age 21, 21, right around there. So that's probably 2006. And 10 years of self-development and hundreds of thousands of dollars, literally hundreds of thousands of dollars I've spent traveling, days, weeks, months, thousands of books, just probably hundreds of thousands of hours or minutes of YouTube time, just watching and reading and getting a little bit better. And I was like, I have so much information right now. I started compiling it, and I literally have just 200 things that if I knew this when I started, it would be a bell curve. It would be like this. It wouldn't be 10 years of me doing that. It would be like zing right in the beginning. So essentially just have this as a crash course for 10 years of self-development into however long this is gonna take. And I don't have a time frame. I don't know if it's gonna be 3 videos, 10 videos, 100 videos, whatever the case is. I wanna get through the entire list and all of my words about each single one, because each one made me who I am, made me where my business is today. And I'll just tell you a little bit about me before we get into it. Number one is I should not be where I am. That's a fact. You know, I started self-development and like I said, at age 20, 21, and I had, you know, I almost failed out of high school, almost failed out of college, almost didn't graduate from college. You know, I was always that guy that it's like, he's kind of cool, he's great at parties, he's social, he's funny, he's nuts and everything else. But they're never like, he's gonna go far, he's gonna do something in life. I always was doubted from the beginning. My teachers, my coaches, probably my parents, my family, they were like, yeah, he's just gonna be like everyone else. And I don't know what clicked, but I think I just had enough. I just had enough of being regular, of just being just a mass-produced cog. And I'll never forget it. Like, I remember just being at jobs. I've had literally every job. I was a landscaper, I caddied, I mowed lawns, I did door-to-door sales, I did cold calling, marketing, I was an engineer, I had an eBay business, I had an online pay-per-click business, I did marketing, I was in finance. I literally did every job that you can think of, every single job except for real estate. I was sort of thinking about it, but not really, and I got my license. I'm like, all right, I'll see what this is like, and then sure enough, I loved it, and then started at a small firm downtown, then a big firm downtown in Manhattan, and then I started my own firm. So really, the switch came in 2009. I'll never forget it. This person approaches our entire real estate office. This guy comes in, he says, hi, how's it going? I am blah, blah, blah. I actually ran into him, which was like a year ago, so I haven't seen him in 7 years, and I thanked him profusely for what he did. He came in and he pitched this guy called Tony Robbins. And he said, there's this program called UPW, Unleash the Power Within, and he's coming to New Jersey and you guys should sign up, and he talks about it, blah, blah, blah. And for whatever reason, I had $1,000 to my name, and I end up putting $695 towards the program. I didn't even have enough. I I definitely didn't have enough money for rent at the time. I had no idea how I was going to pay next month's rent. I was in real estate. It was a recession, 2009, and I was just not in good, I just wasn't in good financial standing. So to make matters worse is that was in April when he pitched us and I signed up. Tony Robbins was coming in November. So literally there's this huge gap where I just spent $700 that I didn't really have. I did have, but then I was left with $300. And he was coming in November. So during that entire time period, I'm like, this is stupid. I don't know why I just did that. I need the money. And this is like July and August and September. I'm like, I need this money. I need this money. So I was calling him every single day. Tony Robbins, how's it going? Not the guy himself, but the customer service. Like, I need this money. I need this money. I need this money. I need this money. They're like, the only way you can get a refund is if you go to the event. Halfway through the second day, you go to our customer service table and we'll offer you a refund. I was like, okay, I guess I'll do that. So I ended up going to the event with full intention, going the second day, and they were like, you have to go to the first day and you have to go to the second day. You can't just come during lunch because we know if you registered and when you clocked in and everything else. So I go there the first day. I'm like, this is crazy. It's loud. It's noisy. People are jumping around. I wasn't into it. I actually didn't like it. Walked on fire, blah, blah, blah. Then the next day I was like, can't wait for lunch. I get to get all my money back. And sure enough, I remember, so lunchtime comes up and I start walking to the customer service table to get my money back. And I remember just thinking like, and I'm getting the chills thinking about it because I remember just walking up and standing in front and I said, I want a refund and started talking it over. And your mind makes a decision. And this is the big decision in your life. The big decision in your life is, do I start a business? Do I get a divorce? Do I marry this person? Do I have a baby? Do I buy a house? Big decisions like that. But ironically enough, as small as the decision for me to say, you know what? I don't need the money. I'm going to stick it out. And I didn't end up getting a refund, even though I was standing there and that was my entire attention. My entire intention was to get the refund. I didn't get the refund, and the rest is history. I made a click in my mind that said, you know what? I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I said, I've learned more in the last day and a half. And it's brilliant how they do that because they say if I got the refund, I would be nowhere near where I am right now. 100%. 100%. No way. But they made it where you go to the event and you actually have to commit to getting a refund, which I was. But once I was there, I was like, wow, this is who I am. This is the path I wanted to go down. That was 2009, and I've never looked back. I've never looked back. I read a book a week. And listen, you know, through this you'll be like, how does Charles do this? Listen, I have my foibles. I eat sugar, I snooze, I'm hungover, I drink too much, I blah, blah, blah. Like every once in a while, I'm not saying every day, like I'll drink once a week or whatever, but don't think of me as this like almighty person. That I'm as vulnerable and as you know, laden with mistakes and failures that you'll hear about as anyone, because we're human. And to be honest, I don't want to be perfect, because perfect is boring. You know, it's like, what if you had a perfect life? You knew everything that was going to happen and nothing wrong happened. You would just glide through life, and you'd have no armor. You wouldn't even be proud of yourself because you didn't overcome things. You didn't overcome doubt like I did in high school, people telling me, you're failing this class, you're going to fail out of high school, then going to college, you're going to fail out of college. Then I went into finance because I thought that's what I wanted. I started at the Olive Garden after graduating college. And, you know, I was like, all right, I think I should get a real job. So I ended up going into finance and then volunteering to be laid off in 2009 because I didn't like it. It was the recession. My brother emailed me. He said, who did you talk to before doing this? I said, nobody. He said, that's a dumb idea. Then when I was going to start my own business, my sister called me for half an hour and she was trying to convince me not to start my own business, my own real estate business. So it's one of those things that you're going to have doubt. You're going to have failures. You're going to do stupid things. People are going to tell you it's the dumbest thing you should ever do. Why are you even doing this? You have to follow your heart. And really, this is my heart. This is my heart. This is where I am. This is who I am. So I'm going to give you everything that I've learned in the last 10 years. And I have no idea what you charged or paid for the product, because I haven't even thought of that. But I know that if you just get one thing out of this, one thing, that's all I thought about, anything I think about. I go to an event, and if I get one thing that pays for the event, I'm like, boom. Because if I know that that just saved me $1,000 and the event was $500, I just saved myself, that's a net profit of $500. That's the way you have to think about this, is that if you get one thing, and I know you'll get a lot more, because even the first thing in of itself will make you better, a better person, a better worker, a better person in a relationship, more money, healthier, the first thing on here. So that's my story. I'll have concluding words at the end, but let's jump right into it. Video 1, I'll see you guys on the other side. Talk to you soon.